Let me get my script out.
Okay. Harry Stanley, how you doing?
Oh man, take two. I am living
living the dream in the Florida steam.
Florida
you said.
steam.
Yeah. So what we were saying before we hit the record button, apparently, this is your first time being a guest. On someone else's podcast.
Oh yes. I usually am the one asking a plethora of questions.
Yeah, and you're a good host. I really enjoyed being on your podcast.
All impromptu.
What was it, last week?
Impromptu.
Yeah, which is really
vibing with.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Organic. I love that.
Oh,
that's perfect.
It can lead to some uncomfortable situations when
you
don't know what to say.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
But you're saying as far as like uncomfortable as far as topics and things.
Well, that too.
I'm sure. Yeah, you guys talk about everything on your podcast.
Oh yes.
So, I'm honored to have you on here.
Hey,
I'm
pleasure
excited.
to be here.
This is episode 3, technically 3.5. Because we had that first half episode, Danny Boy. So, we're still fooling with all the camera gear and everything. So we'll get our setup figured out eventually, and we'll have you on at some point in the future, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
But
again.
Yeah, again.
For a second time.
Exactly. So. Starting off on this, though, tell our viewers about you, kind of your story in a nutshell, how you got here. What are you up to now? What brought you to Florida? Go, man. You got the floor.
So, my name is Harry Stanley. For those
Welcome,
of you,
Harry Stanley.
Just to introduce myself. And I run a marketing company, all online. Well, actually, not anymore, but mostly online. Based out of Pensacola, Florida, here in the Panhandle area.
Yes, wonderful.
And we have... Basically, we do web design, logo design, videography, photography, a bunch of aerial drone stuff, a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, which you recently started doing the aerial photography, right?
Oh, yeah. I got my license from the FAA, Federal Aviation Association, last month. So that's actually been a lot of fun.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Have you had a good amount of clients yet? Have you been able to do a good amount of work?
5 that I've been working
in a
with
month?
so far.
Wow, that's a lot.
Oh, yeah,
Good for you.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah. Well, not... Surely, not the slowly part isn't there.
Yeah, I was going to say,
but surely,
what's your
5
benchmark
clients,
if you've already got 5 in 1 month?
What are you looking for?
More than that.
Yeah.
Well,
that's a good answer.
It depends. Like right now, I've been doing I do web design, right? So with the website, I'm actually starting to incorporate some of my photography and video skills with the website. So now you get the website. And then either me or one of my guys will go to the actual facility of their business, do some photos and videos, and break out the drones for the website. So it's kind of like a complimentary service that's like a massive upsell opportunity.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's good to be able to have a little bundle like that.
Or a big bundle.
A big bundle, yeah. That it's all inclusive. That's really cool.
Oh, yeah.
I like that idea. So.
Oh, yeah. So it started that last March whenever I was working full-time at Pensacola Christian College.
Yes, sir.
And it wasn't bad there, but I love what I do now, like 10 times more.
Fair enough.
So.
Yeah. I mean, if you have the personality for it, and this is what you and I talked about a lot on your podcast, if you have the personality for it, I don't think that if you're the entrepreneurial type, you're not going to be happy doing anything but that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, and now that you are working for yourself, I mean, it's obvious that you're enjoying what you do.
Oh yeah. So, every day is like a party. Party.
I like that. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
That's a good way to be.
Oh yeah. And our son is not in the nursery anymore. He runs around the house wreaking havoc, which
I know.
So my wife went from being a full-time employee to a full-time mother, but she is loving it too, though. Because we actually get to see Harry, our son, Harry Stanley the fourth.
The fourth.
There's 4 of us now.
That's great.
Oh,
I like it.
Yep. So, and I'm gonna tell him, if you don't have a 5th, you don't name him, you don't keep the family name. That inheritance is gonna be affected. So
it's going to somebody we don't even know.
Gotta give some sort of
it's going to charity. He's
gotta have a son. Gotta bear a son.
Oh yeah, well he will. He's got to carry the family name.
Oh,
though.
Yeah, you're right.
But either way, so it's been a blast just being at home. Doing
well, because all 3 of you guys are at home. Pretty much all the time. Not all the time. I don't mean that as an exaggeration, but you're home.
Yeah. No, almost all the time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And with having a brand new family like that, I'm sure that's so valuable.
Oh, yeah. We
that's awesome.
have been loving it.
Man, that's
living
good
it up
to hear.
and loving it.
Good to hear.
And actually, I took my business. So last March, so it's been like a year and a half. Spire Marketing, my company, was formed, was given birth to with the Department of Agriculture in the state of Florida. So that's whenever they officially birthed me into an LLC. And then after that, I just kind of slowly started in my free time. I was working full time and, of course, married, and we had a baby. So
busy life.
Getting my MBA online.
Man, I have neither of those two things, a wife or a child, and I feel like you do a lot, and I just feel like I would not be able to juggle everything. Yeah. There's no way.
It wasn't fun.
Yeah,
but
I'm sure.
The payoff of not having to do just not being like that basic employee where I just sit here for 8 hours. You could be working really hard or being really lazy, but you're just getting paid to sit there, basically. So that whole garbage is gone, and I'm glad that is gone.
Yeah. I mean, and that's any commission job. You get paid in proportion to how much you work, and it should be that way. Yeah. Because it eliminates a lot of laziness.
Exactly. Now, I mean, there are those jobs, though, that are commission jobs where if you have to sell a really crappy product or service, then it's really hard, and that also sucks. So it's just a happy balance between what you're doing.
Yeah, you got to find a product that's... Yeah, I mean, I feel like the marketplace will weed out poor products anyway. To some degree.
Yeah, exactly. So so that's what I've been doing full time for 2.5-ish months now. Took that full time, and it has been a blast.
Wow. I didn't realize that it's not been that long.
Only been 2.5 full time. Yeah.
Okay, full time. Yeah, just with So what were you doing at PCC before you took it full time? Then what were you doing there?
I was managing all the social media accounts for their sports teams, growing them. I grew them like. The main one from like 1,600 followers to like 3,600 followers in about a year and some change with zero paid strategy, and I couldn't even use a hashtag strategy because they were so conservative. So it was just like,
wait, fair enough. Tell me, I mean that they can't use like. And I'm not trying to rag on anybody, but they can't use hashtags. Why?
It was just personal preference.
Okay,
so it was kind of like that was really frustrating. I was doing that, and I was managing.
That's how you get discovered.
Oh yeah, and I was managing their website and all the statistics for the sports teams for all the players to report to like the NCCAA.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Plus, I was doing career counseling and alumni relations. So it was literally just like.
Here's a lot of hats.
And here's a lot of hats, and here's a little bit of time, right? That limitation to do a good job, and that was tough. That
is tough. Okay. So I'm sure probably doing your business stuff feels like maybe a little bit of a relief on top of that. The enjoyment is up, and you probably are not having to do. Obviously, running your own business, you have to do a lot of stuff, but
you can
there's
choose.
a lot less demand.
Exactly, and I can choose,
and
I
can the hashtags you put.
I can actually use hashtags. Yeah,
fair enough.
Exactly.
Man. Wow,
or if it's something I don't think is worth my time, then I don't have to do it. I mean, if it's like, okay, that's really piddly, that's stupid, and that's not going to have a good return on investment, why would I waste my time doing it?
And that's such an interesting thing because I mean, a lot of people. I've talked with Ethan about this extensively. A lot of people do projects that are like busy work so they can feel busy, but as a business owner you have to weed those out. Because if you're not doing money producing activities, your business will fail.
Exactly.
I mean, just straight up,
cash flow is king. You don't have the cash flow, then it doesn't do you any good to spend your time wasting on doing stupid stuff like that.
Exactly. So it weeds out all of that silly stuff, like all those stupid tasks that don't actually have to get done.
Exactly.
And you're doing just the important stuff. And a lot of times the important stuff, the stuff that is making big moves, that's what's fun anyway. When you're making big strides in a business, it's like,
big time,
I feel like I'm getting stuff done today.
Yeah.
So that's a good feeling.
Oh yeah.
So well, that's cool. So how long were you working for PCC? I know you got your master's.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't feel like I'm the master of anything.
Well, hey, I mean, on paper you are.
On paper. On paper.
You got to fake it till you make it, man. You gotta act like the master.
Exactly. In theory, yeah. Just don't tell that to my customers.
Yeah. No,
I'm just kidding. It's a degree, though. I mean, what is that even? It's really just semantics for if you were in the corporate world, then he's got an MBA, check that off the list. That's basically all I see.
To prove that you are able to,
that's all that matters.
Yeah,
that's what I see that being. But it's okay. I mean, if you get your degree for cheap enough, then I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
But if it's like really expensive, you graduate like $50K in debt or $100K in debt.
Well, the return on investment has got to be there.
Oh yeah. Because you're probably going to start out a job working $30 to $60K a year, and if you're,
no, go ahead.
No.
Well, no, I mean, I was thinking, $50K a year. I mean, it depends how much you're going to be making afterwards.
Exactly.
I feel like maybe if you're going to be a
doctor,
an engineer, or a doctor, and I'm sure there's a lot of doctors who are like, I don't make that good of money. But if you're going to be making $200K a year, well, then $50K in debt is not that bad. But the bottom line is you're not going to graduate from college and get a job paying that high of income. Period.
No, you're
just
not going. No,
Yeah,
well,
that's
think
not the
about it this way
normal.
though. I mean, it's supply and demand, right?
Yeah.
So what is everyone's parents and grandparents been telling them for the last, I don't know, 50 years, maybe more?
Long
If you
time.
want to have a good paying job after, in life, you
get a
got to have a
degree.
college degree.
Yeah.
So if everybody's getting college degrees, the supply of degreed individuals is going up, then the quantity
Goes
demand is
down.
going to go down because there's
Yeah.
a bigger supply.
Yep.
So if there's a greater supply and a lower demand, then it's less competitive for the companies to be, paying people more money. So they'll pay people less money because there's less competition. There's
Yeah.
plenty of people to choose from. So
Well, that
Yeah.
looks like that business degree did something for you.
degree? I mean degrees too.
I'm so sorry.
It taught me about it taught me about the supply and demand
I mean,
pretty
at least
well.
you understand that. But that's the thing we were talking about is a lot of those practical concepts. Like you could watch a 5-minute YouTube video on supply and demand, and I mean, I'm not trying
Yeah.
to dumb anything down for anybody, but I mean, it's a pretty simple.
Yeah. Now it does take a good bit of big brain occasionally thinking to actually apply it to stuff like
Yes,
that,
that's
right?
true.
Perfect example to
Sure.
like look at this big picture instead of just little picture like that. Analyze the
Yeah.
entire well, if everybody's getting degrees, the big picture stuff. You gotta-
Yeah.
but-
So I mean, long term is it benefited you. You're here where you are. Awesome.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
No,
like
I met
it's-
my wife.
Oh yeah,
We
that's
had a
right.
baby,
That's
so
right.
it was
yeah. So
there was a
wouldn't
huge
trade that.
ROI. No, yeah.
What
No.
if he just said on this show? He's like, man, yeah.
No. No,
Not trying to cause any
I love
problems.
my wife, but
Good.
no, yeah, but yeah,
Very
it was
cool.
because that helped also. Of course, I got married. So there was a lot more that I got out of it than people who didn't get married.
Sure.
And a good wife, good marriage, and a son, and all that stuff. So it was good overall. And if I would have graduated like $80K in debt, I would say, that might not have been worth it. But
but again, PCC is it's such a cheap.
oh yeah, it's super cheap.
It's a great
Yeah.
education
Yeah.
for
And
the
it's
money.
it's still good education, like solid as far as what they teach you.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. So now, why did you stay in Pensacola then? I don't even. I'm so sorry. I don't remember where you're from originally. I know it's not from here.
So I've been here for over 6 years now, right? Because of college. But
Yeah.
so I'm from South Carolina. That's where my parents are from.
Okay.
And you have heard of Bob Jones? A lot of people
Oh,
have heard
yeah,
of Bob
yeah,
Jones.
yeah,
Yeah, it was like 20 minutes from my house.
Wow.
And
very
I
nice.
thought about going there.
Wow. So you kind of strayed from the fold coming down here. Yikes.
Oh yeah. My parents went here to PCC back in the day,
Okay.
30 years ago.
Mhm.
They met, they got married, they taught there for a couple years, and then we were off around America being preachers, missionaries. Not me, but my dad was. So I was
Sure.
kind of I've been everywhere. I lived in England for a couple of years too.
Wow.
so-
nice.
Very cool.
Oh yeah.
Got some good diversity there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Really
Very
diverse.
cool.
Yeah. So I call South Carolina my home because I've lived there the longest out of
Okay.
everywhere else.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's been in the family though. My parents both went to PCC, so that's kind of why I went there. But it was weird though because I told everybody growing up I'm never gonna go to Pensacola Christian College. Everybody.
Why is that?
Well, because Bob Jones is right there, right?
Well, no, that's not because Bob Jones. I don't know. Maybe it's just being rebellious.
He's just a
I told-
diehard Bob Jones fan.
No, just diehard anti-PCC fan. I used to be,
Really?
and I told everybody.
interesting.
I
That
told
is
my
interesting.
parents. I told the different pastors that we were under. I told my friends. I tried to say, don't ever go to PCC. I told that. I don't know why. Maybe it was just I was being rebellious.
Had you ever even been to PCC?
Yeah.
You had. Okay.
I had been
okay.
here. Yeah. Because my
okay.
parents taught there. We would
That's
visit.
right,
I
sure.
knew some of the
Sure.
high up big wigs and stuff, but I don't know. I just
that was probably like a hard pill to swallow when you were like, Mom and Dad, I'm going
Your
to
parents are
PCC."
just
it
like,
was,
what?
it was super weird
Oh,
because
yikes.
there's Pastor Rusty Smith's son named Scott Smith came to our school, and he was just he was like a rep plug-in PCC or whatever, and
Sure.
he just asked. He says, "Does anyone have any questions?" And we were in chapel. He was doing his little
You
message,
didn't.
his
You
slogan.
didn't.
And I was like, "Hey, I heard it's like a prison. Is that true?" And then everybody busted
Oh,
out laughing,
no.
and nobody.
Harry, we got a Harry the Joker over here telling funny
yeah.
jokes.
Oh yeah, they're even worse now that I'm a dad. But,
Oh man.
but it was like I was the only one that made fun of the place. I made that guy turn beet red because he didn't even know how to answer that.
He's just trying to
in
tell
chapel
people
in
out of
front of like
school.
200
Yeah.
students, or whatever.
Man.
And I'm the only person that filled out an application to go. And that day, I just decided, I was going to get held back another year because I was graduating a year early and I was going to go play basketball for some smaller D3 school. But back before I gained 90 pounds. And
Hey man, life happens.
But exactly, no, it was crazy though. I just felt like man, I think this is what I need to do. Screw basketball, because once you're done at college, unless you're going pro, then it's not going to do anything for you. So instead of me chasing this dumb basketball dream, I just decided, you know what, God, I'll do it. And then I called my mom. I was like, all right, I'm going to graduate in 2 weeks with the rest of the seniors instead of do another year for basketball. So that was that was an interesting move.
I mean, I respect that you made that decision. Like, hey, I'm looking at this, because I think a lot of people would look back on not necessarily a college career, but playing basketball for a school as like the glory days, the good old days, the best times of their life. Yeah. And you're like, you know what? I actually don't want that, because that's not sustainable. Let me go to this place where I have been mocking for a long time.
I mocked it for years.
Yeah. So I mean, good for you for making that kind of a decision.
Oh yeah, that was a hard pill to swallow.
I'm sure it was.
After that, I just like was kind of on autopilot. Like, all right, I'll just do it. And I told my mom, I was like, all right, the main reason why I'm going here, I want to find a good wife. That's why. But it actually worked out. I did. On my third day of school, I met my wife.
Man, you came here shopping.
Oh yeah. So I dated her all 4 years at PCC.
Wow.
So.
I mean.
Wow. That's
I thought somebody was screaming. There's a siren in the background. Sorry if you guys can hear it in the audio. That's one thing that when I first went to PCC as a freshman, within 2 weeks, everybody who was gonna date that semester had their partner already picked out. Up. And then those of us who like didn't date were like, what are you guys doing? And then in another 2 weeks, I think those first relationships probably lasted about a month, most of them. Because everybody's excited to get to school.
That's what they told me.
Yeah, and I'm sure you had that a lot. They were probably telling you that.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, kudos for you. I feel like meeting somebody your freshman year and being like, yeah, this is the one, and going all 4 years. I mean, that's fantastic. Yeah. That is really cool.
Oh yeah.
Now, where's she from?
Washington State.
Wow, long way from home.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes. She has an aunt and uncle that have been teaching there for like 25 years. So that was kind of her connection to PCC.
Okay.
So
that helps.
Well, that's cool.
Oh yeah.
That's really cool. Now, does she have any entrepreneurial desires at all, or is she gonna kind of just let you do your thing?
No, well, she's helping me with the business.
Okay.
So
What's
it's like
she doing?
me, my wife, and we work with two really good graphic designers, Ethan Himka and
He's
Adam
one of them.
Sides.
Yes.
Oh yeah. And then I've got like 3 or 4 people that are helping me with sales and outreach for outbound marketing.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've got a nice little
team
team
going.
Oh yeah.
That's really
and
good.
we all have good chemistry. It's really fun to work with each other.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
important.
And you're outsourcing a lot of things to people who can do it better and quicker than
exactly.
you. Exactly.
Efficiency. If I could pay
quicker.
someone to do something better than me, and it'll be a better result for my customer, and we both make money. It's like I help create a better job and like more work for them, and it makes me better, more revenue.
Exactly, and you can provide more to your clients, which brings better value.
It's much more scalable instead of me just trying to be a cheapskate and do everything myself.
Yes, yep. Which I think it's a trap a lot of people fall into. Trying to do everything that they can. So, well, that's cool, man. I'm really this kind of stuff it excites me. I love talking about business. I can tell. I know. I love that. And you're a high energy person. It's like it's hard not to be excited around you. It's cool. It's very contagious. So, so you met your wife, you decided to stay here. Now, is there anything particular? I think I kind of touched on this, but is there anything in particular about Pensacola that made you want to stay? I mean, you were here for school for so long.
6 years,
So was it kind of just like, well, you got a base, you got a network here, and you decided to stay? Or?
I mean, I didn't really have a network here.
Really?
All my customers this is like, I'm actually working with my very first local client in Pensacola. All of my customers up until like a month ago have all been in different states.
Yeah.
So.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, you have location independence. You don't have to be
I have
here.
complete location independence.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah. That's something I wanted whenever I was trying to decide what kind of business I wanted to start and run, and that was a big one for me. So, but yeah, really just the area. I mean, I've been here for 6 years. My parents, we used to vacation here like all the time. So this is just it's just like I've grown to really love the area. It's really pretty, of course. You got like Pensacola Beach, right? One of the top beaches like in the world to go. Yeah. Exactly. And we live here. I mean, so
we can go all the time.
Exactly. The location, I do still have some friends and family that are in the area too.
Well, that's good.
So, yeah. I mean, it just seemed like a safe place, somewhere that I would really enjoy raising a family in. So,
I love that answer. That's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, and to be honest, for me, it was mostly just selfish. I was like, you know what? I love this area. It's fun. It's beautiful. There's a lot to do here.
Oh, yeah.
And I know I already knew kind of a lot of people before I dropped out of school, and it just made the most sense. And then when I got him to come and visit, it was pretty much over from there.
Yeah.
So
Well, growing up in Wisconsin, the cold was always the biggest factor, and so we moved down to Illinois, and now we moved down to here. Just kept coming straight south.
Yep.
Definitely
further and further down
here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. It's a beautiful place to live for
Definitely.
sure. Plenty of opportunity for growth too, like for real estate or just businesses in general.
Yeah,
it's booming around here. So
it really is. It is, and I feel like it's kind of an undiscovered gem.
Oh yeah,
so to speak.
I would say so. Yeah, for sure. Cost of living is low too, so it's very
for
feasible.
A beachfront town.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it, and I mean the real estate here is really. It's enjoyable to do. It's fun. There's a lot of turnover because of how many, military bases there are around here. So people are coming and going all the time.
Exactly.
So
and that's just more opportunity for real estate agents too.
Yeah,
because there's so much turnover from homeowners.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So, well, okay, when you're not doing your design business and spending time with Harry the Fourth.
Oh yes.
What are you doing? Yes. What do you like to do? Oh, what was that? Your phone is ringing.
Oh,
you didn't silence your phone for the podcast, man. Come on.
I made that mistake last time. So just got to keep it up.
It was subtle. But what do I do in my free time?
Do you have any free time?
Okay, this is weird. No, it's not weird. This was like a deja vu. What was this? This was like a reckoning moment for me, actually, like about a month ago. So I used to play video games a ton. Even though I was like, whenever I was in college, like getting my MBA the last 2 years, I just hated my life. I think that's really what the reality came down to. Like, I love my wife, but I hate my life. It's like I was getting my degree, and I it's a degree. It's just a piece of paper. You don't actually get any skills from my degree, business. You more of just get overviews of subjects and stuff.
Yes,
so
sure,
it's really frustrating because I just hated the grind of me going to work every day, doing stuff that I'm helping a higher cause, Pensacola Christian College. But it was just like the stuff I was doing just felt piddly. I get home, all right, time to hit the books for 5 hours see my wife for 10 minutes and my son.
Big.
Yeah,
Very
nothing
redundant.
Substantial. I didn't have any satisfaction from what I was doing. So I would just play video games whenever I could afford to, just to escape, kind of just to go somewhere other than where I was.
Yeah.
But ever since that, 2 months ago, when I've been doing full time with my business, I have barely played any video games because I love how much where my life is at right now. So that was actually kind of a big change in my hobbies.
That is really cool.
Oh yeah. It's kind of it was really deep thinking right there. Just to think, wow, that's why I play video games so much because I hated my life.
Yeah,
so
in reality.
Yeah, when your life changes, then you don't feel the need anymore.
Exactly. Now I still play them here and there with some of my bros just for the camaraderie.
And that's a little different.
That camaraderie.
It's completely different than getting the VR headset and just trying to literally escape.
Go into a different reality. I mean, and that's what. I mean, that's
a lot of people are there.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what entertainment is. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that escape.
Yeah. But having that reality check though, that was deep.
I'll bet it was.
That was deep.
Man, an epiphany.
Yeah, an epiphany. And I did start fishing here and there about 2 months ago.
So I think you went with Ethan. Yeah.
I've been with Ethan a couple times, and just hanging out with my family. That's what I do in my free time now.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much with him and his wife and my sister having just moved down here. That's what I'm doing too. I mean, I would have considered myself a gamer for, a long time, really. And that's not something that I talk to most people about because it's one of those socially you a gamer.
Yeah. What a loser,
but definitely just playing all night video games with my friends during high school, and that kind of transferred to college. And then after a while, I got so busy that I would play it whenever I was free. But now with them being down here, actually, I lent my Xbox to a buddy, and I never got it back. I think I know where it is. I just have to go get it. But I don't even.
Yeah, that's true. That was months ago.
Yeah, it was months and months ago. So I haven't played any video games.
He's coming for you.
Oh, Bob Hunley, you know where I'm at. You can come over here. So yeah, it's one of those things that it's not bad. In excess, it can be
in moderation.
Exactly. In excess, it can be dangerous. But then it's a cool moment when you realize I'd rather spend time with family and work than do this. And those are both
you don't have
profitable
to escape
things.
your reality anymore.
Yeah.
So that was big for me though. That's whenever I realized the last 2 months is wow, I don't hate my life anymore. So
that's a relieving feeling.
Oh wow.
Yes, it was really eye-opening.
I'll bet it was. It was. So what video games would you play then? What are your games, man?
There's nothing more fun than going into a Call of Duty Modern Warfare lobby.
Absolutely.
That's trash talking
I'm
to my heart's content.
Yep.
That's I get a lot of fun out of that. Me and some of my best friends, we all just start ragging on the people on the other team before the game
Very
even starts.
professional.
Oh yeah. It's just all in good fun.
Yeah, it is, and I think people understand that. The alarm is going on. Hold on, give me 1 second. Sorry about that. The alarm goes off, or it sets automatically at 6 o'clock, just in case whoever left at 5 o'clock forgot to arm it. So you have 50 seconds to get up and turn it off.
I gotcha.
And that's happened 2 or 3 times now, and I always forget about it. So anyway, we have some camera limitations as well, so we're starting a new file or whatever. Anyway, so back to video games.
Yes,
talking about Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare, straight up my alley.
Yeah,
That's
so
the only thing I pretty much played.
Same here.
Yeah,
you
and
played
I was
everything, especially in high school.
Yeah, I had very diverse taste in video games, but more recently, my roommate, who is now married, he and I'm not sure why that's relevant. Why he's married. My former roommate, he got married and moved out. So, but he was playing like hours and hours and hours, like all day. I woke up one morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, and he was sitting in his office chair because he was working from home. When this is when quarantine first started happening.
Yeah.
He was sitting in his office chair with a blanket around him at 8 o'clock in the morning. And then I went to bed at like midnight that night. And he had taken a little bit of a break sometime in the afternoon to spend time with his fiance. But I went to bed at like midnight and he was still playing. I was like, whoa. I mean, if you have nothing else to do, why not?
During quarantine,
but I was just like,
I could.
Oh man, I could not. I could not. Yeah. Not that long. But it's fun. It's definitely a good time.
Yeah.
And it's basically just like playing Uno with the boys. You're just
I
getting
only
on
ever
the
played
TV.
it with. Well, I take that back. Probably 85% of the time was with people.
Yeah.
It was socializing.
Yeah, it's a social thing.
Since we couldn't.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
person.
definitely a social thing for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no,
85%
definitely.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More the percentage just keeps going down.
80,
I will say-
80,
I mean 80, 75, 80. I mean
8%.
50.
It does change whenever you have a wife, though, right?
Oh, I bet it
Absolutely.
does.
All right, honey, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go play with the boys, and it's like 8:30 p.m.
She's like,
Are you
excuse
sure
me?
about that? Oh, okay, well, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Am I?
I mean, can I?
What are the repercussions of me going to do this?
Oh yeah. I'm sure there's some lifestyle changes. I wouldn't know.
So how long have you been married now then?
2 years.
2 years.
Oh yeah, a little over 2 years.
Man, when's your anniversary?
June 1st.
June 1st. Mine's October 20th.
Oh
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys'
Oh,
2
yeah.
years is coming up.
Yeah,
yet.
2 years and
Yeah.
2 weeks or something like that.
You don't have any
Yeah.
kids, do you?
No, and that's what I was going to ask. So how old's your kid then?
A year and a half.
Year and a half.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Y'all
Right
didn't-
out of the gate.
Y'all didn't wait long.
No.
But
It
the
was-
thing is, like, you guys were dating for 4 years straight.
Oh yeah.
So
you
that
already-
makes a
you already
huge
knew
difference.
what-
Oh
You
yeah.
were ready.
No,
yeah.
I knew her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's like my wife and I dated a long distance, actually, all the way up until we got married. So
Yeah.
we decided
that
we're going to set a time limit that we're going to shoot for before we have kids, so we can just spend time together. But
yeah,
all
because
that
you
aside.
guys were apart for so long. I
Yeah.
mean, that's. I don't think I could do the long distance thing for
Yeah,
that
I
long.
mean-
How
That
long?
is crazy.
we did it. Let's see. We were engaged for 10 months. We did it. Then I was working full time, obviously, and I drove 1 or 2 times a month, 6.5 hours away to go visit her. But our entire relationship, so 3.5 years, was
Wow.
long distance. She came to see me
Yeah.
in West Virginia at college and everything. Like,
Man, I can't even.
It was crazy.
Again, kudos to you, and I
Yeah.
feel like that it solidifies more that you guys were meant to be together.
Yeah, but the
But,
thing is, like,
man.
I knew her too. I grew up with her. So
Okay, yeah,
that
that's
makes a
good,
big
that's
difference.
good.
It
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
just
yeah.
like I met her online or something.
No,
which
yeah.
not
No.
saying that doesn't succeed.
Call of
sometimes,
Duty
but-
lobby or anything like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
man, you trash talk really good.
Yeah, they fell in love.
That's
oh
funny.
man, that is
Yep,
crazy.
yep.
Yeah, I mean, and again, back to the video games thing. It's one of those things that's in moderation. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a good time. I feel like it's the exact same thing as just sitting down and just watching a movie
Yeah.
or whatever.
Oh yeah. Same
Or playing
thing,
a card
same
game
thing.
even.
Yeah, playing
Yes,
a card game.
same,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
same.
true.
Yep.
That's true. And my family very much, they all enjoy movies. That was kind of our thing. Like, we love playing board games and watching movies. So like whenever we have a party night or whatever, a Friday night, we play games and watch movies. And that's just kind of like, I'm just used to that as a mode of spending
For
time
sure.
with people. So but yeah, so that's your hobbies. Then you have no hobbies anymore because you used to play video games and now you just work. And
Your
spend
hobby's
time with
your family.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah,
hey.
and like the coolest thing for me too is actually developing my technical skills. Right, web
okay.
design. I'm dabbling in logo design. I have people that do better than me, but I'm still dabbling. Right,
It's not bad to have some experience in it.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, because because you never know if you're like you hire someone or you're using contractors that are doing like shoddy work, then you can easily just call them on their crappy work and either get somebody else or make them fix it. So it's really important to know the process of how to do everything, so that way you can ensure quality control.
Yeah,
well put.
Yeah, no, I agree with that for sure. And that's something that I have always, I don't want to say struggled with, but I enjoy learning new things, like learning the basics of new things and moving on to the next new thing.
Yeah.
So I'll do something for like 2 months, 6 months, and then I'm like, okay, I have enjoyed doing this, and now I'm going to do something else. So it's fun to learn new skills, and I enjoy, you can hop on YouTube and learn pretty much anything.
Exactly, and then for free. It doesn't really cost you anything to learn it.
Easy.
Yeah.
And you can find some really good teachers on there.
Yep.
Who explain it really well.
For sure.
I used to, I got a Rubik's Cube for a Christmas gift or something like that. And then I learned how to solve it like with algorithms or whatever. And then I bought myself like a speed cube, and I learned how to solve it quicker and quicker and quicker. And I don't remember how my fastest time was, like 37 seconds or something like that. And now I don't know if I picked it up, I don't know if I could even do it anymore, but I just enjoyed it. It was just fun.
Yeah.
And then I moved on to something else. So learning new skills is definitely, I feel like that's one of the most, if that's going to be your thing, if that's something that you enjoy doing, that's awesome.
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah.
Awesome.
Well, it's just like when I was doing PCC, right? Social media management, growth and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to do it their way, the way that that you have to do it this way. You can't use hashtags. You have to kind of like stay within these limits.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like whenever now I can just well, there are no limits, and I can just find the best way to do it.
What works?
That's most efficient.
We're gonna do that.
Best results, and then do it that way and learn that skill. So that's what I really have enjoyed doing too. So. Just actually adding more value to myself with skills that are actual like technical or practical skills instead of just doing a job, So
Yeah. So out of all the services that you provide your clients, what would you say is the thing that you enjoy doing the most? Is it the web design or aerial photography? What do you when you go to do that, you're like, man, yeah, this is exciting.
The on-site photography and videos are by far the most fun for me.
See, I enjoy that kind of stuff too. We do our own marketing pictures for our listings, and that's after you've done it for a little while, exactly. I feel like they're certainly professional.
Absolutely.
And videography is another one of those things that I enjoy doing. I really do. There's a video up on my Instagram page, and I just went to the beach and took my camera and just recorded some different footage and stuff, and then spliced it all together to a song and posted it, and I was like, that is so much fun.
Oh yeah.
But it didn't do anything for me. Like that doesn't help me in any way at all. Not in any way, but it didn't really, that's not what I should be doing with my time.
Well, it depends.
But it's fun.
If you enjoy it, you can always look for a way to turn it into a way to make money.
That's true.
So that's...
Yes. And I guess there's things that I could pick up and try and, do a side hustle or things like that.
Yeah.
I'm doing what I'm doing right now for a little while. And we talked about that on your podcast as well. See, focus is very important.
Yeah.
Because I tend to move on from thing to thing to thing so quickly.
Yeah.
So sticking with one thing is something that I'm like, after I've been licensed in real estate for a little while, it was like, okay, maybe this is, I feel like I've gotten some experience doing this. Well, let's move on and see where else I can take this.
Yeah.
And I just thought, you know what? No, this is a fantastic job. I feel like I'm a very good fit for it. I'm sticking with this for a while, for a long while.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the reason that I haven't really pursued much else.
See, that's why it's fun for me though, because that's all part of my package, right? Because you get the website, but then you get like, I'll go to your business and like stage people, tell them, all right, you act like you're smashing this with this hammer. Ethan and I went. When did we go? What day was
it? Was
that?
Just a few to the Metalcraft.
Yeah, we went to Metalcraft.
He told me about
that. Was super. Now it was a lot more than we bargained as far as the time.
Really?
I thought it was gonna be 3 hours, but it ended up being like 6.5-ish. But it was still a ton of fun.
A full day.
Full day. It was still a ton of fun though. I had these guys. I was like, all right, now act like you're welding this, and then he actually fired up this welding thing. He was like several thousand degrees hot, welding some metal and stuff. I was like, that. And so it's like that's tons of fun. So just going around, I love that, and it's all part of the package that's making me money too, because that's all going on the website.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why that's been a lot of fun for me. So I'm not just sitting at a computer. I'm actually like, all right, let's
You're
spend
out there in the field
3
doing stuff.
or 7 hours, going to.
Very diverse.
But he's been a great customer. Literally, Chris at Metalcraft, he has been a peach in a good way. Like, I have loved working with him.
Well, I remember Ethan was telling me, he was like, man, we got this client who he's just so laid back about everything. And I was like, I need more clients like that.
I know, yeah.
Big and shout out to all of my clients who are that way. You are appreciated 100%.
100%.
Because when you get a client that's not that way, it's like, man, what did I do before I was working with this person?
Exactly.
What
and
did
then
I
they
do with
haggle
all my
with you.
time?
They're a pain to work with, and it takes way longer to make them happy whenever they're like that. They're just not content, and they're not easygoing. So
yeah. So the people that are content and easygoing,
they're just grateful. And they're grateful for what they get, and you're still going to give them something awesome. They're not fighting you tooth and nail along the way. So
yeah, exactly. They're giving you the reins to do your job that they hired you to do.
Exactly.
That's valuable.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Agreed. Well, that's cool. So fishing, what kind of fishing are you doing? Have you done in the past? You said you've gotten into it a little bit.
I just started like 2 months ago for the first time ever.
Okay.
And I haven't really caught anything big. I almost landed. It was like a 4 foot long
giant fish.
No, it was like almost 40 pounds. It was it was like almost 4 foot long. I reeled it all the way up. I think it was a black drum is what it's called.
Okay.
I was fishing over by Pensacola Beach at the fishing pier.
Oh yeah, okay.
At like 2 a.m. whenever I caught that.
Nice.
But I got it all the way up to the surface, right under the bridge. But it's like a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the water. So I just started hoisting it a smidgen, but it was too heavy, so it fell off, and then I lost it.
Man,
that's the only big thing I've caught.
Man,
but I guess almost caught.
I was just gonna say only big thing you lost, man.
Exactly, lost, but it's okay. It's a big ocean out there.
It is a big ocean.
There's a lot of fish in the sea.
Oh
yeah.
So would you ever expound on that, or would you just kind of leave it
your
in
limited
the past,
fishing experience? Did you enjoy it? Do you want to keep doing it?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I mean, does it get a little boring? Like there's probably like 3 days the last 2 months where I went out there at like 10 a.m. and I came back at like 5 p.m.
Whoa! Wow!
Yeah, it's
full day.
Spent some time out there, man. Yikes!
Now, was it worth my time? Not necessarily, but it was relaxing. I will say that
it is. It is relaxing.
Sometimes relaxing is definitely worth the time.
Yes. I even switched it up though. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I switched it up one morning, and I went up there. I got up at 4 a.m. No, 3:30. I was like, I've been going midday, and I haven't been catching any big boys recently. So I decided I'd get up at 3:30.
Go find the big boys.
Oh, yeah. There was I got there at like 4 a.m. and there was crackheads all over the bridge. It's like 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to Pensacola, man.
Welcome to welcome to the wee hours of Pensacola.
Yeah.
So I was made sure I kept my distance. But I sat there from 4 a.m. fishing poles in the water until it was like 2:30 p.m. Right whenever I decided to call it quits. I didn't catch anything until like
almost
11
12 hours.
Yeah. Oh, was that 12?
10.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not a fun day though.
From
I was
4 to 2:30.
I actually haven't gone back since.
He's mad. He's not going back.
I did catch the remoras. Those fish that suck onto the bottom of sharks. I caught one of those. But that wasn't worth 10 hours of sitting there.
No, yeah, it's not really that exciting.
Yeah, not that.
I'm sure catching it was. I mean, you probably felt like, man, I finally got something though.
Yeah, but yeah.
If you want a rush though, it's not relaxing. But if you ever go spearfishing, if you get certified to dive,
that'd be fun.
You should look into diving. I'm trying to get this guy into it.
Yeah.
And you're
Here
going
shortly.
to. Yeah. It's just the water's starting to get cold now. If you're gonna do it, you should probably do it now. To be honest.
Fair enough. We're getting settled in here. We just
there's been a lot to do.
Today we just hit a month living in Florida, so trying to get acquainted with everything and what's it called?
Acclimated.
That's the word I was going
Yeah.
Acquainted, acclimated.
all the same. The good old English language.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So.
Yeah, I feel like fishing is one of those things that there's so many different things that you can do within.
Yeah. I mean, I just started doing it because it was just like something new because
and relaxing.
Yeah, working
I
my nuts off at PCC and doing my degree, and then being married and having a kid. It's like there's no free time to do stuff like that. Yeah. So that's been relaxing. Other than the last time I went at like 3:30.
You're there for 12 hours and you caught a remora.
Yeah, I come home. My wife, so what'd you catch?
Nothing. I got nothing to show.
Much.
I don't want to talk about it.
I did fillet. I did catch a couple times though. I actually filleted the fish that I caught, and we ate one of them.
Really?
So that was
good?
interesting.
That's the question.
It was good.
Really?
It was.
Okay. Are you just saying that?
No.
It
I actually served
good.
it to
It was good.
I served it to my brother, his wife, and my wife. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I grilled it, so it was. It was actually pretty good.
Interesting.
I give it like a 6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
For fish.
Fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to say I'm picky, but seafood is hit or miss for me. I've never eaten anything that I've caught before, but I've killed several lionfish. I've been out, I've shot at snapper, but never actually caught any. You can get some monstrous red snapper though. I'll show you a picture after we're done with this. Man, the last time I went spearfishing, actually I think the next guy I have on the podcast will be the guy who got me into diving and spearfishing. So we'll probably talk about that pretty much most of the time, but it's a rush. It really is. It is very enjoyable. It's because you're diving, which is enough for some people in itself, and then you're adding
is it scuba diving or free diving?
Scuba diving.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's
we're going
intense.
to like 100 feet.
Gracious.
It's crazy. It is crazy. My first time down, I actually saw a shark, which was an unreal experience too. It's not really that when you think about it, it's like, okay, you see sharks all the time in, movies or pictures or whatever. I follow a bunch of ocean pages, but when you're down there and there's a big old boy swimming around you, it's like, man, this is insane. It was crazy. So that's the kind of stuff that, like,
how big was it?
You know what? I always get scared when people ask me that, because when you're down there, water magnifies everything. You got your goggles on. And also, I don't want to be one of those people that tells like this fish story.
12 feet. No.
Yeah. It was longer than I can
You
even
ever seen
see.
Jaws? No.
Yeah. No. So I don't even know what kind of shark it was. It was a good size. That's all I'll say. It wasn't.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen a lot of fish and been down underwater with a lot of fish, and it was big enough to make me catch my breath.
Oh yeah.
Blowing a lot of bubbles.
Wet your suit a little?
Yeah, a little bit. So yeah. So yeah, no, we'll definitely. I'm actually pretty proud of it. I've gotten my roommate and his wife, and then a buddy and his dad and his brother all into it. I've gotten probably 6 or 7 people into scuba diving.
About to be 2 more.
It's about to be 2 more. Yeah, that's
now,
exactly right.
What do you get? What commissions do you get on that?
None.
I'm just kidding.
None. I wish I did. I wish they give me some free gear or something for sending so many people their way. But I just love talking about it, man. It's so much fun.
Well, that's something I've always wanted to do, but it's a pretty one of those hefty like that, because skydiving is like a one and done. I've always wanted to skydive, yeah, but you can do it real quick and be done with it.
Let's go.
Scuba diving.
Let's go skydiving.
Hey, I'm down.
Yeah. I'm serious, because I was gonna go with my roommate who has also got into scuba diving, and we have been talking about it for like a full year, and I'm ragging on Evan right now with his video games and going skydiving without me, because I left to go help him drive the moving truck down here, and that was not the only time I've been gone from Pensacola, but I don't take that many trips.
Yeah.
And he texted me and he was like, "Oh, I didn't realize you were out of town. We're going skydiving this weekend." And I was like, "We've been talking about this for a year and a half, and you went without me." So having said that, I want to go. And me and Danny want to go, and Ethan wants to go, so we should make it a four-person trip.
Make it a foursome.
Yeah,
that'd be
make
nice.
it a foursome.
Fair enough.
Awesome.
Now, your roommate Evan, that's not
McCracken.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, but no, it's Evan McCracken. I lived with him.
Gotcha.
From April or May. It was May after he graduated.
Gotcha.
We moved into an
that
apartment
makes
together,
sense. Yeah.
and we lived together until August, I think, is when he got married.
Yeah.
So
a
year and a half.
Yeah.
So
To Lydia.
yeah, yep.
Oh
yep.
yeah.
And they're a very good fit.
Yeah, I remember seeing their skydiving venture with
Andrew Ray as
Andrew
well.
Ray. Yeah, but I was about to say that. Andrew Ray.
Did you know Andrew during school?
Yeah. I
Andrew's
knew
such a
Andrew
good
a lot
guy.
better than McCracken.
Oh, really?
But, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Andrew was my roommate actually. My last
Yes,
semester,
yes,
and my
yes,
RA
yes.
all 3 semesters.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
I'd rather not get into that on this show.
No.
But,
We'll save that for the late night shows.
Yeah, we'll save it for your podcast, because we can
Okay.
talk about whatever.
That'll work. Yeah. There we go.
We've already talked about wedding wetsuits and video games and all this stuff.
Definitely
anyway, so.
diverse.
Yeah, it's a diverse show.
Yeah, a lot of topics.
Ay. Well, cool, man. So,
Welcome to Florida, though, Danny. Right? This is
Well,
what you have to dive
I
into.
appreciate
Yeah,
literally and figuratively.
literally dive into.
Yeah.
And he's told me that he's going to get certified. So it's just a matter of him.
Just a matter of when.
Yeah, just a matter of when. And we're so busy right now. Just got a lot going on.
Yeah. Not much.
Well, there are a
time to-
lot of unmarried couples the man has said that before. I'm gonna make this official.
I'm gonna do this.
We're just really busy right now.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
The thing is,
it's not going to be that way. I'm going to make you do it.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, like, having my wife be interested in doing it.
Yeah, she also may do it.
Yeah, okay, that'd be cool.
I think she's
That'd be
planning on
cool.
doing it
You
with
guys
him.
have an underwater party down there.
Yeah, straight
I
up,
know,
man.
yeah.
Straight up.
It's kind of cool, like, having a wife that's
down to do stuff.
Yeah, just down for anything at that point. Like,
you enjoy that while you can. 'Cause once you throw a baby into the mix,
throwing kids in it, and that's what I was worried about. You know, that's why we don't have one so far.
Yep. Man.
It's only a matter of time.
Yep.
Well, Harry, one thing that we're asking everybody, and it makes it sound like a super somber question. No, what's your favorite restaurant in Pensacola?
Oh, favorite restaurant. Dang. That is a tough one.
So think about it as like your top 5 and just pick one out of those.
Yeah, you don't have to alienate all other restaurants by telling us
just
which one's your
cut
favorite.
it down to one specific.
Well, definitely not a chain place.
Okay.
Local.
Sure.
So if I had to pick somewhere local, well, this might be semi-chain. It's like top 5, but one of the top 5. Tijuana Flats. I went there the other day.
Dude, I
That
want
was
to go there
pretty
so
good.
bad.
It was good.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It was a solid like Mexican place to eat.
Yeah.
I love some
Mexican food, bro.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
so good.
we should try and go.
Yeah.
That's something. I mean, like, what are the things that you do in Pensacola, and then places that you eat?
Oh, yeah.
Because those are things that I'm trying to ask everybody, because everybody has a different view on it. Everybody does different things, and I think that's interesting information. Again, that's one reason that I'm even like trying to do this with the podcast. Is I wish that I had a podcast like this when I first moved here, to get to know different people, different business owners in the area, and just stuff to do.
Get recommendations.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So Tijuana Flats, that's the Harry Stanley recommendation
For today.
For today. Okay, next time you'll have a different one.
It depends on what you're in the mood for.
Exactly,
So now you're going to go to Tijuana Flats tonight.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in the mood for it right now, actually, not going to lie. So, well, Harry, where can people find out more about you? Where can people follow you on social media?
So I'm building my personal brand. My Instagram account, HarryStanley3.
It's awesome to follow, by the way. It's very aesthetically pleasing.
Yes, it is.
All the content is very easily
very
digestible.
aesthetically pleasing.
It's good.
Yep.
It's a good
content
follow.
is focused on helping entrepreneurs and small business owners kind of learn more, just like encouraging motivational posts to help them kind of push through the grind, take it their business or the thought process to that next level. 10x Grant Cardone, that kind of that kind of gig. Yeah. So
it's effective.
that's kind of the goal for my personal brand. And my business, Spire Marketing, spire-services.com. That's our website. If any other small business owners, any entrepreneurs need help with like logos, a website, branding, that's where we have to offer that. And
Good deal.
My podcast.
I was going to say, I subscribed to your podcast
The
on
Harry Effect.
Apple Podcasts and Spotify today.
Good man. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
So you have an Instagram page for the podcast. What is it?
Yeah, The Harry Effect.
The Harry Effect. All one word.
All one word.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of mayhem,
turmoil,
discussions.
Mayhem. It is not pandemonium, but it's all over the place.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Something for everybody.
Exactly. Something for everybody. Something that'll make you think. Make you reevaluate what your thought process is like.
Who did your logo for that? Because I love your cover art for the podcast.
I did my logo.
You did?
Yeah.
I love that, man.
I know.
I saw it and I was like,
I was
this
impressed
guy,
with it.
an alien holding a ray gun or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is so cool.
Perfectly describes or sums up your podcast.
Exactly. It's just like, screw the establishment. Let's just get down to the nitty gritty. That's kind of what I was thinking. Just,
Agreed.
So.
Well, that's cool.
That's cool.
Man.
Trying to,
Well, Harry, I appreciate you being on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I'll try and
been an
send some
absolute
people
pleasure.
your way.
Oh, yeah.
And we will do this again soon, I am sure.
Oh,
and,
yeah. And I pay $250 for every referral.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So.
Okay, well, tell people a little more about that before we let you go.
Yeah, so if you know of anybody who's a small business owner, an entrepreneur, anything like that, they have a trashy website or it just looks outdated, it doesn't look good, it doesn't work right on your phone, then send them my way. And if they purchase anything as far as the website goes, then I will send anybody who sends them my way $250. So
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Open to anybody.
Good incentives.
Okay. Anybody and everybody.
Sounds good. And the other reason that I wanted to have you on the podcast tonight is to encourage you to actually get the podcast that I was a guest on your show aired, because I want to see it.
Yeah. Hey,
so it's like a subtle reminder, but not so
it
subtle.
It was rendering
publicly
on my way as I left the house.
Okay,
it was
nice.
Okay,
so,
good.
I plan on it. It should be going live Within the next like hour and a half to 2
Oh,
hours.
good.
Nice.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So
yeah. So I'll send the link your way.
Okay, I'll post that one on my Instagram tonight, and then this one will go live probably tomorrow afternoon. At
There
some
we go.
point, so.
There we go. See, if I had a Danny, then
To help
that
with. probably
probably would have gone up the same day.
You're right. Well, you know
Quite
what?
possibly.
Quite possibly.
We're still trying to figure out everything that Danny can and can't handle.
Uh-huh.
I send a lot of stuff Danny's way, so I just splice everything together and post it. So
Keep it simple.
yeah.
I'm still growing my skills as I'm here and learning things.
Yeah.
YouTubing a lot of things and
Yeah. Yep. Figuring it out.
yeah.
That's all you can do. So, well, Harry, I appreciate you
Oh
again.
yeah. Thanks for
and,
having me.
We'll do
it's
this
been a
soon, man.
pleasure.
All right, thanks.
Peace out.